My Frost fans, and welcome back to the video, guys. Showing you guys how you guys can actually get all 5 of the brand new Unhinged Female Evolution pay-per-view event cards for free. And guys, this is gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Hit the little bell. Hit like, guys know whenever I post a video. If you guys actually want to follow me on SuperCard, all you got to do is just type in PaytonFrost, all lowercase or all uppercase. But as I said, you guys can see my name like this, PaytonFrost, like this. But as I said, there's a space after my name. You guys won't be able to find me. But as I said, if you guys type my name all one word without a space, then you guys can find me on SuperCard. Either way works. Come on, baby, 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 come on. How you guys can actually get all 5 of them for free, which can be pretty cool though, guys. So pretty much the actual ideas, or pretty much the actual strategies on how to actually get all 5 of the new cards, or I should actually say super coins and tokens and stuff. If you guys actually get those for the actual super coins and backstage tokens, yeah, then you guys can actually get them, which is pretty cool. But like I said though, guys, let me actually show you guys all the different ways on how to actually get super coins and the backstage tokens, which should actually be pretty cool. Okay, guys. So before I actually show you guys how to actually get the super coins and the backstage tokens, check this out. This is actually really cool. I actually say the first 3 are actually on the backstage store, and then the other 2 are on the Money in the Bank store, as you guys can see. And I'm sorry, I keep jumbling up my words, but yeah. But like I said, though, guys, here's the first one. As you guys can see, this is what the new card designs actually look like, which is really cool though, guys. But guys, though, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. But I think the card designs actually look really cool. I do like them. And I said it says Evolution at the top, which is really cool. And the stats on them aren't too shabby. I said now these are pay-per-view cards. Now they're definitely stronger than the base cards, but they're not as strong as like the bigger event cards, you know, special editions, limited, and stuff like that, or even foil cards. So, but they're still decently strong. But like I said, though, guys, here's actually the first one out of the 5. Now this one is actually the Tiffany Stratton, as you guys can see. And remember though, each one of these costs over 20,000 super coins. And remember though, guys, the other 3 are on the backstage store. Now here's the second one, which is the JC Jane. But guys, and remember, these are all 5 female cards, which is really cool. So like I said, the first one is Tiffany Stratton, and the second one is JC Jane. And I do know there's a Nikki Bella one, and I think there's also Trish Stratus, and I think the other one's Becky Lynch. I don't know. We'll find out though. Guys. But like I said, let me actually show you guys how to actually get super coins, and then I'll show you guys how to get backstage tokens. But like I said, though, guys, you guys can get these for free, which is pretty cool. But pretty much though, they actually separated both of these in the actual super coin store and the backstage store. So as you guys can see. But either way though, guys, there is ways past that. So pretty much, as you guys know, you guys can actually spend 20,000 super coins right now. But if you guys actually wait, or even normally they usually update this, you guys can actually get them in the case grab for actually cheaper, for only 1,250 super coins. Because whenever they actually did it before, for the actual WrestleMania cards, yeah, they actually did it. They actually added the cards as soon as they came out. They actually added them early, which is actually kind of surprising. And what's funny, they only cost 1,250 super coins. And what's funny about this, they actually added the 2. They actually added the ones from the Money in the Bank and the ones from the backstage store on here. And I think they thought about that, and they said it was probably too early to do it. So it looks like what they're not doing right now is it looks like they're not going to add them until after. But I mean, they might actually add them towards the end of it, probably like a day or 2 before the new rarity comes out, which would be pretty crazy. But like I said, though, guys, what's actually cool about this, if you guys are actually able to pull one of the 5 new evolution cards from the case grab, then as I said, then you guys can actually buy them with super coins, and then you guys can actually buy them with backstage tokens, which is pretty cool. You guys can actually get a whole lot of super coins on the actual TBG Team Stomping Ground, and then you guys can actually do Money in the Bank, PvP, campaign, bundles, quests, QR codes, lock codes, free gifts, bundles, quests, you know. And then you guys can also do the daily streak and the battle pass, which is really cool. And then there's also free game modes and stuff. There's actually a lot of really cool stuff where you guys can actually get a lot of free stuff on, which is very nice. But like I said though, guys, let me know in the comments, let me know what you guys think. But either way, it is really, really cool, which is really nice. But for the most part though, guys, that is how you guys can actually get a whole lot of super coins. And also there's actually one other big way. I almost forgot about this. This is actually the newest way they actually did. If you guys actually get 6,500 dust, or if you guys are actually at one of the lower type rarities, like if you guys are just starting out and you actually get a whole lot of cards, and your dust bar is actually, you know, like really easy. It's not a whole lot of dust. Yeah, then you guys can actually rack up a whole lot of super coins, which is really cool though, guys. But guys, though, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. But either way though, now that's actually one of the big ways on how to get super coins. But like I said, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. It's actually called www.supercard.com, and it is their official website where you guys can just type it on Google, which is really cool. But like I said, it is called www.supercard.com. Pretty cool. But like I said though, guys, where you guys can actually find pretty much any type of bundle and stuff on here, where you guys can get credits and stuff, and you guys can also find the backstage store. But like I said though, guys, in the video is where you guys get super coins and backstage tokens, because pretty much pretty much the first part about this is actually getting super coins. The second part is actually getting backstage tokens. Now, let me actually show you guys this. So pretty much any bundle that you guys actually buy, you guys can actually get backstage tokens, which is really cool. Like this one. This one is actually really cool. So there's actually 10 of these in stocks, or 10 of these in stock. It is actually a limited time offer. This actually, I haven't seen something like this in a minute. Yeah. And what's cool though, you actually get a whole bunch of tokens, and then you get credits, backstage tokens, and then you get a bonus chance of the Trish Stratus, Nikki Bella, and the Jordan Grace. So these three are actually on the backstage store, and then the actual Tiffany Stratton and the actual JC Jane are actually on the Money in the Bank, which is pretty cool. And like I said, so pretty much any of the bundles that you guys actually buy can actually give you actual backstage tokens. But keep in mind, there are free gifts that you guys can actually get. As I said, all you gotta do is to claim it, and each one of these will give you 1,500 backstage tokens for the Evolution one, and then for like this Money in the Bank one, which should still work, it'll give you 1,500. That's already 3,000 right there, which is pretty cool. And then if you guys actually go to the if you guys can actually go to the actual daily streak, which is really cool. And also guys, keep in mind though, guys, whenever you guys are actually doing the daily streak, if you guys actually get all 7, then you guys can actually, if you guys get all 7, then you guys can actually get 500 backstage tokens from this, which is really cool. But like I said, let me know in the comments, which is pretty cool. And also guys, keep in mind, for the daily streak, you guys get about 4 to, oh well, yeah, you actually get about 3. Yeah, you get about 3, 4, or 5 per month. So in total, because each one gives you about 500 backstage tokens, you get about probably about 1,500 to 2,000 to 2,500 backstage tokens a month, which ain't bad. And the thing is, if you guys get all 7 rewards, it's pretty simple to get. And that's the thing. That's the thing though. The backstage event and the free gifts and stuff are actually the easiest to actually get on the locker codes. Well, sorry, for the actual backstage token. And also, speaking of locker codes or redeem codes, you guys can also get backstage tokens from those. There is one of the newest ones that actually does give you 1,500 backstage tokens. It's Goldberg v Gunther, which is really cool. And then here's actually the backstage store with the actual new Nikki Bella, Jordan Grace, and the Trish Stratus. And like I said though, guys, these are all 5 of the brand new ones. And like I said, this is how you guys can actually get them all for free. And keep in mind though, guys, remember there's also the case grab pack, or the case grab pack, where you guys can actually spend 1,250 super coins whenever they do add it in the store. Like whenever they actually add all the cards in the store, then you guys can actually buy them and actually try to get them. And keep in mind though, guys, remember each one of these actually costs you over 3,500 backstage tokens. But whenever they do actually add the new Evolution cards to it, you actually get a better deal. So for an example, if you guys actually pull one whenever they do add them, and these are still on here, which they will be, then you guys can actually then you can just buy one and then get the other one, you know what I mean? So technically, you guys can actually have a free pro, which is really cool. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Hit the little bell. Hit like, guys know whenever I post a video. Peace, guys, love you.